Hey, the beat go off? Hey, I up it, then my heat go off? Bang! I heard.
Y'all be sure to like this video if you need VC, because I'm finna help y'all out one time. And be sure to have those notifications on so you don't miss these bangers. Now, there was an update yesterday if y'all didn't know. So, after the update, you can get a multiplier on your VC. So you can get like 1.6 times the amount of VC per game based on grades and stats if you play the game on Hall of Fame. Now, all you have to do is cut the game on Hall of Fame, like I was saying, 5-minute quarters, whatever. If you're just trying to get VC the fastest way, I'm going to show you the fastest way to get through the game. You create a new character. Now, a new My Player doesn't get many minutes, so you'll get through the game faster, and I'll show you one of the fastest ways to get through the game to get your VC. And I will show you a My Player actually getting stats and playing through a whole game and show you the difference. Now, like I said, you don't start, so that's a plus off rip. Now, I will give y'all a heads up. I did cut some of the video just to make it shorter because I didn't want to make it super long when I was just trying to show y'all how I was doing this and how I was going about it. Now, what I like to do personally is I like to get 5 fouls as quickly as possible, because the more fouls you get, the more they take you out the game. Now, you get an early foul. You get 2 early fouls in the first quarter, most likely they're going to take you out of the game, especially at the beginning of the season. So I got 2 early fouls. They take me out. We're in the second quarter. Now, like I said, I do skip some of the gameplay until I'm fouling. I get another foul. That's the 3rd foul in the second quarter. 1 minute and 22 seconds left. So now we have 3 fouls in the first half already. Now, once you get 4, they're most likely going to take you out. They took this My Player out of the game, of course, as you can see right here. After the free throw is made, they sub him out. Now, just because you foul, do not completely foul out, because if you foul out, you will get 0 VC. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Now, you will get put in the 3rd quarter, and you will get a few minutes. Just so you know, I'm going to give you a heads up. You will get a few minutes. So it's not like you just foul and they're just taking you out instantly. They will let you play, because if you try to foul out, you won't get no VC. But as you can see, My Player's in the 3rd quarter, sitting on the bench, waiting to get in the game. Now, I just sit right here and see how much time counts down for y'all, just so y'all can kind of get an idea of how many minutes will be left in the 3rd quarter when you might get in if you do this the exact same way. Now, what I do recommend is that when you're on offense, because there will be times when you're on offense, because like I said, I was just showing y'all the parts where I was fouling. Just hold the ball. Don't shoot or nothing, because you don't want to get a foul, because if you get a foul, it's going to take time. You're going to get sent to the free throw line, and it's just going to make it longer. So you want to get through this as quick as possible, because this is a My Player that you don't really care about. This is just a My Player just to strictly get some quick VC if you really need VC. And this is definitely better than playing a whole game just to grind for VC. But if you still need VC and badges, just wait. I got y'all. I'm going to look out for y'all. Now, they pretty much had this My Player in the game from like there to like 2 minutes into the 4th. Right there, pretty much where they take this My Player out. But once they took him out the game, the game was pretty much over at that point. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to get much more playing time. If they do put you in, it'll probably be some seconds left. But at the same time, they might not put you back in the game. Now, as you can see there, they did end up putting the My Player in the game with some seconds left. So it's 5 seconds. You see 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 block. I mean, I guess if you do have a solid teammate grade, you'd get more. But since you're fouling and just trying to get through it as fast as possible, that little bit of VC is probably not worth the time. You know what I'm saying? So just try to get out of the game as quick as possible. Just trying to get your teammate grade up. Now, you'll see that's one of the faster ways to get through a whole My Career game without really playing as much. And you will get VC for that. And you will see the 1.6 multiplier pop up. But since you don't do much as far as points and teammate grade, it doesn't really matter as much. As you can see, you get 752 VC. That's the base contract right there for those who don't play the prelude. Now, if you already have a My Player and you have endorsements, incentives, this is going to be really good, because you'll be able to stack up even more VC, and it will improve the stacking VC method, because with the 1.6 multiplier on Hall of Fame, when you're already getting VC for doing stuff in the game, for your incentives like alley-oops, alley-oop assists, scoring certain points, player of the game, stuff that you're already going after when you're playing a My Career game, you're just going to get stuff VC multiplied, time your points and your teammate grade, and it's almost double. So you're almost getting double VC for your points and your teammate grade. So be sure to get a good teammate grade in the game. Now here, I'm just showing y'all a video that you'll get the multiplier on Hall of Fame. I wasn't really trying to go super crazy, score a lot of points, and get just a very good teammate grade. But for y'all, I would definitely recommend y'all go after the A+ teammate grade and try and score as many points as you possibly can. Now, You could try playing on 12-minute quarters if it makes that big of a difference, but I don't think it'll make that big of a difference playing on 12-minute quarters. I would recommend playing on 5 because for one reason and one reason only. Every game you get your game contract VC, and the quicker you get through the games, the quicker you can get to the next game, and the quicker you can get the next VC for the next game. You see what I'm saying? So basically, if you're playing 12 minutes instead of 5-minute quarters, that's almost like 2 5-minute micro games, a little bit more actually if you think about it. And why would you do that when you could just play 2 micro games and get a 1.6 multiplier on both of those games instead of just playing one where you go crazy? You could even end up doing better in both of those 5-minute games than one 12-minute quarter game. You know what I'm saying? If you combine both of the VC and both of the stats and all that type of stuff as well, because, you know, look at it this way in a logical sense. A multiplier times 2 A pluses is greater than a multiplier times 1 A plus teammate grade. That way, you're going to get more VC for your time. So we got 2 ways you could do this, you know what I'm saying, these methods, and stack these VC. Right now, this is the best thing to do. Now, if you do play the game, you will get fans. Fans help you get endorsements, which helps you get better contracts, which helps you get better events that you can get the 10,000 VC events, and that really helps when they pop up. Because when those come out of nowhere and you need some VC, a quick 10,000 is boom, is nice. Not to mention the incentives, so that's also a plus for doing it this way. Now, like I said, if you just need a quick VC, you need maybe a quick few thousand VC, then of course, you could try your luck on the wheel spin once a day, once every 24 hours. Or you could just try the first method I showed y'all to stack the VC, where you create a new player and you don't get many minutes. Now, also keep this in mind. If you are grinding badges still and you're still playing micro for your badges, I would definitely do it this way to get VC. Just put the game on Hall of Fame, run it up, and try to get your badges and your VC at the same time rather than creating a new my player, because you might as well not waste time playing on a new my player if you still need badges. It's going to help you out in 2 ways rather than just one. And keep this in mind as well. When you play on Hall of Fame difficulty, your points towards your badges get a multiplier as well. So it's going to help you out. Now, if for some reason some of y'all don't have very high overalls yet and you're still struggling, then you might just have to do it the first way to get some VC and then add it to your player. Now, once you have a big lead, if you have a big enough lead and you're able to ask to sim out, definitely ask to sim out. Don't play the game no longer so you can get your VC as quick as possible and move on to the next game and get that next game check. You don't want to waste time in my career when you don't have to in regards to VC. I mean, literally, time is money in this game. Time is money in real life. Time is VC. So I'm here to make it as quick as possible for y'all until we find something better, until we find something great, until we find an unlimited VC glitch. So be sure to have those notifications turned on and don't miss out. But as you can see there, you get the 1.6 multiplier. Like I said, I didn't play that many minutes that game. It was only like 13 minutes. Got like 1,200, almost 1,300 VC. You know what I'm saying? Asked to sim out as well. So this is a very solid method. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that sub button, turn those notifications on. Until next time, man, DENSKI out.